Hey there, today I'm talking about whether or not you should buy the RF 100mm macro if you already own the EF 100mm macro. And spoiler alert, I don't think you should. Stay tuned to find out why. Hey there, I'm Katelyn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a place where we like to empower photographers to build both profitable and purposeful businesses while also letting you into the behind the scenes of our day-to-day life. So basically, I bought the RF 100mm macro just for this video. So you're welcome. It was a pretty expensive purchase just for a YouTube video, but I just wanted to be able to tell you whether or not you should buy it, whether or not you should purchase it. And I also wanted to know for myself, like, is this an upgrade that is worthy of our money, worthy of the investment? And so we're going to break it down, what I think, why I think it, and what my advice would be to you. So I just want to give my disclaimer that I always give. I am just a wedding photographer. I've been doing this 13 years. I've shot hundreds and hundreds of weddings, but I'm a wedding photographer. I am not a tech reviewer. Like, this is not my thing. So if you're looking for like the super techie, like, let's talk about all the specs and all the things, like we are good. I don't know how to.
KK?
I'm not an actress. I'm going to let him explain the tech side because I hate that part.
Okay, bye KK. Okay. Oh, great. Now I'm a little tall for your frame. Hold on. Hi.
Get through the boring stuff, Ty.
All right, hello everyone. The reason I need to kind of jump in here with some technical information, which, as Katelyn said, we don't normally talk about technical information when it comes to lenses and things like that. However, the real differences between these two lenses are pretty technical, so we can't really talk about what makes them different without talking about a couple technical things. So we're gonna go through it really quickly, but I'm not gonna talk too fast because apparently people don't like that. Okay, here we go. So one of the big differences between these two lenses is going to be the minimum focal distance, or basically how close you can get to whatever it is that you're photographing. So with the old EF, you had a minimum focal distance of 1 foot, and it was a 1.0 magnification, okay? With the new one, it is 0.86 feet minimum focal distance, or a 1.4 magnification. So what does that mean? Basically, it means that you can get closer to the object that you're photographing, and you can get tighter pictures while still being in focus. Another difference is there is this additional ring you may notice on the RF 100mm macro that says SA control. SA stands for spherical aberration. Now, I am not gonna lie to you, I don't really know exactly what this means. From what I've seen on other YouTube videos and kind of what I've read about it, it controls the shape and the hardness of the bokeh. So if you turn it one way, it kind of makes it a little more angular, a little more harsh. And if you turn it the other way, it makes it a little bit softer, kind of. Honestly, I don't know why you would need this. I'm sure that if you were like a true macro person, this may be helpful. But I think as far as wedding photography goes, this is going to be kind of something you're not going to worry about. But I'm just telling you that that's what this ring, what it is and what it does. You can't see her over there. That's fine. Okay.
Cleaning up my house.
Another difference is that the new RF macro has 5 stops of stabilization, whereas the old one had 4 stops of stabilization. Again, all you need to know is that it has a little bit more built-in stabilization for handheld shots. If you're shooting in low light or if you're shooting those really tight macro shots, great. That's good. And then weight, the RF version is slightly heavier, coming in at 730 grams, whereas the EF version is 623 grams. And then lastly, of course, the price. The RF version is brand new. You can buy it for $13.99, whereas if you were to buy a brand new EF version right now, it is $12.99. So it's actually only a $100 difference. And those are all the technical differences. Back to you, KK.
All right, thank you, Ty, for doing the part that literally just makes me cringe. I know some people really need to hear that. They need it explained. I just don't. The truth is, I don't I just don't care about that stuff. And it matters to some people, but to other people, maybe there are people like me that like, I just want to shoot with a lens and I want to tell, like, is it allowing me to shoot more efficiently? Is it giving me sharper images? Is it a good investment overall? How does it make me feel? That I'm going to get bad comments about that. How does this lens make me feel? Not good. I mean, it's really not that bad. I just don't think it is. If I'm being truthful and I'm being honest about it, I just don't think it's worth the upgrade. I could be shooting weddings. I've shot 4 weddings with this lens, with the new 100mm macro, the RF. And I honestly, I would have been just as happy shooting it with my old EF lens. I didn't notice anything that stood out to me that was like, oh my gosh, a game changer. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about the 28-70 2.0. That lens blew me away from the very first image I ever shot with it. This lens, it's like, oh yeah, I'm using a new lens. I will say, still not locking in focus on that prong that I want it to, which was an issue on the last one. I don't know. I just feel like if I'm not super excited about it and I can't even really think of anything exciting to say to you, you can just tell, like, it's just not that amazing, which sounds like so negative to be on YouTube being like, yeah, I don't really like it. But I would rather be honest with you. I just don't think it's worth the upgrade, especially if you are using the EF version, because I think it works just as well. Basically, this, I was like happy with it when I put the adapter on and put it on the R6. I'm like, oh, I love it even better. Kind of like all my EF lenses. I'm like, oh, everything just got better. All these lenses that I invested in years and years ago, all of a sudden I'm like falling in love again with them because they're so sharp and they're more accurate. And I felt that way about the macro. So really, truly, I didn't have a need to upgrade to this. I just thought, well, some of the other RF lenses have been really awesome. I love them. So maybe I'll give it a try. And this is great. It's just nothing extra special. And I feel like if you're going to spend $1,400 to replace something that's just fine, it needs to be extra special. I think that it is great if you don't own a macro and you have upgraded to mirrorless and you need a macro. Sure, definitely get this. Don't get an EF. But if you already own the EF, just use this with an adapter and save that $1,400 to put it into some other part of your business that will help you grow and expand. So normally, I know we are normally ending our videos with these type of videos with like, oh, we're raving about like this new thing. And I'm not raving about this. And that's just because I'm just trying to be honest. Like, this is a great lens. It's fine. Like, you know, Ty, what we were just talking about, like, this is like a 9 and this is like a 9.2. And it's like the 0.2 worth $1,400 for a new lens? Probably not. So, yeah. It's a very sharp lens. It does what it's supposed to do. It's exactly what it was made to be. I just don't think it's that much better than this. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful. Tune in next time. We're going to have new videos. We always have new videos every single Thursday. We are very dedicated to that. So make sure that you like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Bye. Bye.